started back out, I would say, consistently around 1935 and 6 in there. And few people realize that the first tournament that Ben won in his long, illustrious career was actually when he was over 32 years of age, and that was the North and South Open, which was held at that time at Pinehurst, North Carolina. He always knew that Ben was there. Although he had not won a tournament, he had finished second and third. He said, "Jimmy, do you think I have a mental block of not being able to go to the winner with the winner's prize?" And something that in those days, I believe the players cherished a title more than they did the money. And I sincerely believe that he, although was winning consistently in the money, in the second and third in there, that he always felt that that title was eluding him for some reason or another.
The problem was pretty basic, and Ben knew it. He had a hook. A golfing malady that Hogan said was like walking around with a rattlesnake in your pocket. Sam Snead, who was winning, knew what Ben was going through.
I remember when I first started to play, I would see Hogan's name, he'd shoot 67, then 77. And he'd have one of those days where he would hit the green and of course the ball would go through, and then he was having his difficulties making recoveries, and he was long. He was about as long as anybody. But he found out that this low hook, especially with long irons and long second wood shots, that he couldn't hold these hard greens, and especially if the pins were tucked in behind these bunkers. So therefore he had to get the ball into the air, and so by changing it a little bit, why he started moving it up into the air a little higher, then his score began to drop.
Some students of the game claim the golf swing is a natural occurrence, but most golfers will argue strongly about that. The pros also differ on the subject. Byron Nelson has one opinion, and Ben Hogan has another.
I don't think there was anything natural about golf to Ben. You take the exact opposite with Sam. Sam just picked up the club, went out and played great. But Ben has had to work and dig for every single good shot that he has, and it's to his everlasting credit that he has been willing and devoted enough of himself and his time to become the great player that he has and is.
I don't believe there is anything like a natural golf swing. I really don't think God had golf in mind when he made us. A golf swing is an unnatural thing, and it has to be developed. I think Sam Snead has a beautiful flowing swing, but it certainly isn't a natural one. He had to develop it. He had to practice it, just as anyone does.
After